AI, it's everywhere. Just like the guy that keeps putting extra mayo on my chicken sandwich when I say no mayo, they're here to stay because AI is ever growing. And I recently just made a video about AI, about a TikTok prankster, if you even want to call him that. Pranks are supposed to make people laugh. He was using AI deepfakes to annoy people, and by annoy people, he would show them their cars getting stolen and trying to lure them to whoever knows where so they could find their car. It's funny, I'm sure. Or showing a police officer their cruiser getting stolen and trying to lure them to their car, which the police officer believed in him and did, only to be said, haha bro, it was a prank. Please laugh. Or trying to ruin a couple's marriage by showing one of the partners making out with an AI deepfake of whoever. Very funny stuff. But at least there was a face to blame. There was a person with a name. The name, who cares about his name? But at least there was a person to blame. But what happens when there is no one to blame? What happens when it's more than one? A person, part of the evil wizard Shadow Monkey gang, possibly. So here is a recent story about AI scammers using missing pets to scam people for money. And don't worry, this is not a real image. This is completely AI, and I'm not gonna lie. It almost looks pretty solid. Like most of the times you can tell it's AI, but right here, I'm not gonna lie. It almost looks legit. Maybe the black fur is a little bit too much. I'm not sure why. Maybe that is black fur. I'm not sure, but it looks a bit too much. That's a little bit of a giveaway, but it almost looks legit. But this is a scam. Authorities are investigating an artificial intelligence generated scam targeting families of missing dogs in Teltorna, Florida, and Texas, with investigators suspecting the cases may be connected and possibly linked to an overseas operation. So more than one. It's an operation. Valzia County, Florida Sheriff Mike Chipwood said the scam in Deltorna, where a family received AI-generated images of their missing dog Archer on an operating table, mirrors a similar case in Texas from December 2025. So not only are these guys asking for money, they're kicking you while you're already down on the dirt for missing your best friend, family member, dog, cat. It's exactly the same. The photo looks the same, the amount of money they're requesting. Chipwood said in both cases the alleged scammer called the families, claimed their dogs had been hit by cars, and demanded over $2,000 for surgery. Neither family paid the scammer. We were able to locate another case that occurred in Texas last year, Chipwood said. The Teltorna family, Bill Cousins, and his relatives had posted about their missing dog online, including photos and a phone number. We just never would have crossed our mind that somebody would be trying to scam us at our lowest point, Coulson said. So I think that tells you already what these people are all about. They don't care that you're already eating dirt and are kicked to the ground. Can you slide that credit card real quick is basically all in their mind. And if you pay another $2,000, we might even give you express shipping on your dog or cat. Investigators tracked the phone number used in the Teltorna case to be a spoof number linked to a server in India, leading Chipwood to believe the scammer may be operating from overseas. According to the FBI's 2025 Internet Crime Report, AI-related cybercrimes are increasing, with the agency receiving over 22,000 complaints involving AI last year. More than 600 of those fell under the confidence romance category, defined as schemes preying on individuals' heartstrings. Victims across the country lost nearly $20 million to these specific scams. The bad guys are way ahead of us every day. AI gets a little bit better, and that is true. AI is ever growing. It's getting more powerful each by every day. Maybe there is some benefits to AI, but from what I've seen, it's always for nefarious means. The only good thing I could think of is the Aura Farming Tournament series, if you know that. But AI, it's mostly just being used for awful stuff like this. who knows, maybe AI can be used for good. I never thought I would say that. But when you target people when they're already low on the ground and you keep kicking them and kicking them, I think that's when you definitely cross a line. But I doubt these people really care. So it's unfortunate. If you have a missing dog or whatever, someone calls you, don't pay them anything because it's probably a scam. Who knows? But yeah, unfortunate as someone who has two cats. If they went missing, I'd go to the ends of the earth to find them. So I think that's about it. Don't fall for these guys. Again, these guys target you when you're at your most vulnerable. And I think that's about it. Take care. So, just as I was wrapping up, there is some details I did miss, such as there is a good ending to this whole story, but there is a little bit more details I did miss, so this site put a little bit more detail, so I'll just say them real quick. When they were quote unquote having the dog Archer hostage in the AI image, the family said, "Hey, how about we just go and see him and pick him up?" And they were all like, "No, no, 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 no. We're operating in the Sky Island, you see, a very notorious vet that operates in the sky. You can't come. Give the money, please?" Question mark. And they were all like, "Well, that's pretty sus." And then they looked at the image again, and the date was actually in 2022, 4 years ago, when the scam happened recently. So, also, his collar was the wrong color. He also offered the family to pay in Zelle, Apple Pay, and PayPal. All they were missing was Cash App, and it would have been the Scammer Deluxe Special. But already, those were red flags. And again, the couple took a look at the photos, and they basically saw that it was completely sus and filed a police report, and that the neighbors actually saw someone took the dog. So not only could it have been the scammers that actually know where these people live and took dogs, but they returned the dog after they didn't pay and realized it was a scam. So that is very strange, very creepy, that they could potentially be them, or just some guy stealing the dog and thought, "Oh man, I feel pretty bad about stealing a dog. I'm gonna put him back." But who knows? It is kind of creepy that these scammers might even know where you live, probably because of the report, the missing animal report. So that is pretty sus. Also, it wasn't $2,000 like I said earlier. It was $2,700 for the scam. But the dog is back home and is recovering. He's not 100%, but you know, he's there, and that's all you could ask for. The investigation is still underway, of course, but yeah, just for even bigger clarity, if they know where you live, that's even worse. These scams are getting way out of hand now. So be careful again with your animals if they're missing and all that. And if you get stuff like this, don't listen, because if they ask for that Cash App, that's how you know. But yeah, take care.